Hey guys, what's up? It's iFlynn here. Welcome to episode 11 of Warframe, the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the planet called Europa, as well as then progressing on to Saturn. Things that you should really be keeping in mind, and just basically talking about sort of the future developments of basically your account, right? So the big thing with Europa, it's not a hard planet to get through. But the thing that makes it hard for a lot of newer players is the boss on the planet known as the Raptor, who is actually a boss who's worth farming because of the Warframe that he drops. Now, this is just my opinion, of course, but you know, I've done this every single time that I've ran through the game, so it's beneficial to farm this boss to get the frame, and then that frame is basically going to allow you to basically just fly through the rest of the content in the game, right? So, if we go ahead and we head over to Europa here, you'll see that the boss name is called Nama, and it's a boss called the Raptor. Okay, Ford is there right now as well, but you can still choose regular missions. So, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in and kill him. But before we do that there, let's talk a little bit more about what we need to do. So, now, if you really struggle with this, you can pick up Frost and make this a lot easier for yourself, because Frost's third ability is called Snow Globe. It allows you to put a big globe around yourself, which will basically protect you from any incoming fire. However, I found a way to do it with Excalibur, which can get it done very quick for like a more skilled player who's willing to sort of do the method that I'm about to show, okay? So what you need is you need to have the Redeemer, and that's the melee weapon that's here on my back. It is a gunblade, so it's a shotgun melee weapon hybrid. You can get that by crafting the Jewel Scanner and a Vasto, leveling those to 30, and then using those in the crafting process with 2 Argon crystals to make the Redeemer, right? It's pretty easy to build, at least in my opinion. You get a lot of mastery from leveling the Jewel Scanner, the Vasto, and then making the Redeemer. So that's 3 weapons that you've leveled up, and then you get this really powerful weapon right here just from getting 2 Argon crystals from a Void Defense, which you can get once you hit Phobos. You go from Phobos, you go all the way over to the Void, and you have a Void Defense right here called Taranis, right there. So you just play that there, you'll get your Argon crystals very easy. You just need 2 of them, and you can get both of those in like 1 or 2 runs. So once you do that there, you've built your Redeemer. You basically just want to make a very standard build on it, okay? So this is the build that I'm running. It only takes up 30 mod slots. Now I have 60 because I actually gifted myself this from my other account because I needed to get this here video done fast. So I have 60 slots, but this is the build that I'm running with 30 slots. You don't necessarily have to copy this build. You can take points out of Fury and then invest them in this Shocking Touch Fever Strike. But this is just what I had leveled up at the time, right? So this is what I threw on, and it works. So you just make sure you have your corrosive damage, make sure you have your pressure point maxed, and then there you go. Pretty easy. Most of your damage is going to be coming from Excalibur's second ability anyway. So that's Radio Blind if you guys aren't aware. So we're going to be learning about stealth multipliers and stuff. This is the build that I'm currently running on Excalibur. This is a Nightmare mod. We'll talk a little bit more about this here in a second. A Nightmare mod is just basically a mod that you get from a Nightmare mission. And you unlock Nightmare missions by completing every single node on any given planet. And then a random Nightmare mission will appear on that planet. It's basically a mission with a modifier, like let's say no shields or low gravity, and you just go through it, and then at the end of the mission you get a Nightmare mod. This is one that I got. I actually got this from an alert though, so they can also show up in alerts, which is interesting too. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to copy that Excalibur build. Just make sure you can cast Radio Blind, and then we should be good to go. And also make sure you're able to hit the Raptor with the Radio Blind. Now, the Raptor is a corpus boss that you have to kill 3 of, and every time you kill one version of it, a new one does a different thing, right? So the first one shoots out like mines, the second one lets out little shock drones, then the third one just fires laser beams, right? So all we're going to be doing here is we're going to be sprinting to the boss, getting to him as fast as we can. Now this is one of the weirder tile sets, which is pretty hard to navigate through as well. It's also a pretty big tile set too, but don't worry too much about that there. Try to take as little damage as possible as you're going through here, because trust me, you're going to need that there health. Raptor deals a lot of damage, especially if you're a lower level player, so I suggest ranking up your Vitality if you have the mod space for it. If you have the endo to do so, rank up your Vitality, rank up Streamline, and rank up Stretch. Those are 3 mods that are really going to stand out and help you with this boss fight, because Stretch increases the range of your Radio Blind, Streamline makes it so that Radio Blind costs a lot less to cast, and then Vitality just ups your health. As well as if you have an Aura mod, which is a mod that you can get from alerts, that'll increase your mod capacity on your Warframe, and I'll show you guys those there later on. So you can get those from alerts, like I said. So mods to look out for are Energy Siphon and Corrosive Projection. You can get those from your alerts. Like I said, those are 2 Aura mods, and Energy Siphon will give you energy regen over time, and then Corrosive Projection will reduce enemy armor. So they're really good mods, and they will have like a squad stacking bonus. So let's say if you have 4 Corrosive Projections at max rank, they're all 30% each. So if you have 3 of those, that's 90%, and then you have the last one, which is another 30%. That's 100% armor reduction, so the enemies will have no armor, so it makes them super easy to kill if you're going against the Grineer or something. So, you know, that's just a little bit of knowledge about that. But let's just go ahead and kill these guys here while trying not to take any damage, because that will really screw us over if we take a shit ton of damage. But we should be fine here. We're at the corridor here, so this is the entrance to the boss fight. Make sure to kill some of the enemies just behind you, because you don't want them flanking you whenever the boss fight actually starts. And you can get a good look at the arena if you go to either of the rooms to the left or to the right of where I'm standing right now. Another cool tip is you can actually shoot down this corridor and shoot through walls with the Redeemer, so that's pretty cool if you want to make sure that there's no one behind you. But once you clear behind you, just run into the boss mission, get them to spawn in, and then run over to the boss, okay? So right now, the boss is focused on us, and then what I want you guys to do, run back to that corridor. Now, it's okay if you die, because if you die, you'll get all your energy back. So make sure that you've ran down to the corridor. Might actually die here. Yep, that's totally fine. Don't even worry about it. You have low health, and these enemies are pretty high level. Excalibur doesn't have that much armor, but you have enough energy to cast Radio Blind. So what you want to do, run out here, press 2, because he's at the door, and then you're going to be able to one-shot him. Like I said, you're going to die a couple times, and that's totally fine. I didn't one-shot him because I didn't hit him, like, in the correct spot. But make sure to pick this here bomb up as fast as you can, and then drop it in this little pod thing. And then what you want to do is you want to do the exact same thing with the second version of the boss. So run up to him, get him to spawn in. Now get him to come over with you to the door. And then once he's done that, go in here. Get him over to the door. He's getting closer, getting closer. Just use the little meters thing below him to make sure he's there. Run up to him, press your Radio Blind, one-shot him, implying nothing gets into the way. And then pick up the bomb, do the exact same thing. Run over to this, drop it in. And then for this last stage, what you want to do is stand on the ground behind this little canister right here. And then the final version of the boss will get glitched inside the little pod thing that he's in, so you can just stand on top of it and shoot down at him. You can also hit Radio Blind down here to increase the damage that you deal. However, just like standing on top of here and dealing damage this way is perfectly fine as well. You can use your Radio Blind to sort of stun. Again, kill him faster, maybe, implying he's not immune. There you go, the thing falls in the pod, and that's it. That's how easy abused this boss fight is. It's kind of like a bug, but at the same time, you're kind of just taking cover in behind things and, you know, glitching the AI out. It's kind of weird, but you should, you know, be able to one-shot them if you get the right angle on them. I had pretty bad angles on the Raptor there, so I wasn't able to one-shot, but it's whatever. And you're going to have to do that there a lot just to farm up the Warframe called Nova. Now, the Warframe called Nova is super strong because of her fourth ability called M Prime. It allows you to slow down like every single enemy in the map, implying you have the build correct. And it will also, you know, make them take more damage and make them explode once they're killed as well. So technically the best frame for killing that boss is the frame that you get from that boss, because it slows him down and just makes him pretty immobile. So you definitely want to go ahead and pick up Nova. She's going to make the rest of the game extremely easy for you and make it so you deal a lot more damage just, you know, later on into the game. So that's really all there is to say about Raptor. Have fun doing that over and over and over and over again. I just got the rarest part for Nova right there, so I guess I got pretty lucky. I already have a Nova building. I have a lot of frames building in this account, actually, because I've been progressing a lot on stream. But, yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about, you know, just the frames and stuff in general that you're going to be picking up and things like that there. But something super important to be keeping in mind as you're playing I just got a message from Lotus there because I killed Vor again. But make sure to be keeping an eye on your syndicates and make sure to be progressing through your master ranks as fast as possible. So that includes, you know, doing your missions that you haven't already done, ones that are flashing blue. So for example, if we go ahead, we head over to Mars right here. I have an Arcwing mission still to do. I could do those and get a tiny bit of mastery from those, which will increase my master rank. Because keep in mind, every time you go up master rank, you can earn more standing within a day. So the faster you go up your master rank, the faster you're going to be able to earn more standing, and the faster you're going to be able to get that mod for your Hex. So talking about the Hex, you can see it on my back right here. It's a quad-barreled shotgun, pretty cool, high in puncture damage, very good against the Grineer. I don't necessarily have anything too overpowered on it at the minute, but that's okay because we'll be talking about how to get those later on down the line as well. So finally, to progress over to Saturn, what you have to do is you have to complete a quest called The New Strange, as well as having the Stolen Dreams completed, but that's a prerequisite to the Europa Junction. It's a very basic spam mission and stuff, so that's really easy, but the New Strange quest is a little bit different because you have to do a quest with what is known as a synthesis scanner, and it's basically a codex scanner, except it's like a fancy version of it, so I'll show you it right here in my gear section. It's this here. So we have this kinetic siphon trap, which will allow you to trap the target that you're going to have to scan. And then we have a synthesis scanner right here, which is a fancy codex scanner, which will show you where the target you have to scan is. So I'm going to show you guys how to actually scan one of these targets that you may have to chase. So if we go ahead and we go and talk to Cephalon Samaris, which is the guy you're going to have to talk to during the New Strange quest. So you go over to a relay, like so. Click on any. You load on in. Who we're looking for is like a big orange floating Cephalon, right? And all I have to do is talk to him, and you'll be able to talk to him and get your quest things, okay? Because you'll have the little quest symbol beside it. But I'm just going to go ahead and talk to him to get his little daily task, right? Because he does daily tasks as well. So do you have any targets? There's also a simulation right here, so I guess we can go ahead and run that there instead, and not show you how to do it. But basically what this is, press Q, bring out your scanner. There you go, easy peasy. Now you wait for the guy. Come on in, actually my scanner equipped, it should be, okay, there we go. So what happens is you aim down sights and then you will be able to see like a little blue thing that should be floating around. So what you have to do is you have to use the scanner to locate the target by aiming down sights with it. Now, I don't know exactly where the little blue things are. Maybe the quest is bugged. It's not showing me where it's at, which is kind of weird, but that's kind of whatever, I guess. So let's go ahead, head up here. Still not spawned in, which is kind of weird. But what you'll notice is whenever you're playing normal missions, you'll see like these little floating blue balls. And, okay, there it is. So you see the little floating blue balls. You look for the wall. Maybe we can't see them anymore, but you see those floating blue balls. You see like little tiny orange and blue things of those like just floating around the path to the target, so you can use that to locate him. You'll understand what I mean whenever you jump into a mission. And then what you have to do is you have to run over to him, and then you have to hold Q, put down your scanner, and then scan all these points on him, like so. And that's going to give you Cephalon Samara standing and complete the quest for you, or whenever you have to do it. So you're going to have to do this 3 times versus RN Lancers, really. So you bring out your scanner at the start of the mission, you aim down sights in the way of your objective, and then once you've done that there, you'll see these little floating things, and then you just follow those. So make sure to bring out your scanner every now and then, you know, that's basically all you have to do. I also wanted to show you guys some of the match rank tests. So over here, this is known as Sanctuary. You can fast travel to it by pausing, pressing fast travel, and then going to Cephalon Samaris. In here, you can practice for your upcoming master rank tests. So for example, the ones you guys will be doing next if you were master rank 4 prior to this video is the master rank 5 test, and this one is all about hacking. It's really easy. You just have to pay attention. I'll give you guys more tips and tricks to do hacking right now. So this might be harder for you if you're running on a lower FPS machine. So if you're getting low FPS in Warframe, you know, these here ones here are super difficult, I would say, because, you know, it just takes a little more skill to match it up, but I have seen people do it with 15 FPS before, so it's definitely possible. All you have to do is click it, and that's really it. So press spacebar, easy peasy. And the hacking bit, you can rotate these clockwise and anti-clockwise by pressing the left and right mouse click. So you know, as you can see, like so. Pretty easy if you're asking me, but you can get free it just by pressing your left click pretty easy as well. But you know, totally up to you what you want to do, as long as it flows well. You know, that I made that look super easy there because I have 3.5 years of experience in this game, but you know, it should be pretty easy. It just takes a lot of practice and stuff, and you can just come in here and keep on practicing that. It doesn't, I don't know if it changes, but even at that, most of those things are more or less the same anyway, and you should be able to just look at it and kind of just figure it out, spam a lot of buttons and stuff. Pretty simple if you ask me, but that's really it, if I'm honest with you. So next up is your Master Rank 6 test, blah, 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 but we'll cover those as they come around. Master Rank 6, I don't even know what that is off by heart, actually. It might be like shooting a few things or a parkour test. I can't really remember, but it doesn't matter too much right now. What we have to care about is our foundry and what we're crafting. So, as you guys can see, I have a lot of shit crafting right now. And this is because I went ahead and I farmed up all my frames prior to, you know, getting all the stuff, if you get what I mean there. What I want to happen is you have all of these frames. So we're not necessarily going to be claiming mag, right? We're not going to be getting mag at all. We're not going to be picking up Trinity straight away. We're not going to be picking up Nyx. We're not going to be picking up Rhino or Valkyr. Just get in the habit of building things when you can build them. If you have the opportunity to build something, build it. So you can click your ready to build tab and see the things that you can possibly build. Now, I've already leveled the Gorgon, so I don't need to do that. But you can pre-build things. Don't pre-build prime parts, by the way, because you'll need the blueprints to sell. You can pre-build things, for example, as hardware chassis, and then have that sitting ready for you whenever you need it to come around, right? So it's all about staying on top of your inventory and stuff, and making sure, like, whenever the opportunity, like, arrives that you need to sort of, like, you know, have this stuff built, then you have it there. Again, if you already own something, there's no point in rebuilding it, but if you know you need to have something built and you know it's going to benefit you in some way, might as well, whenever you're given the opportunity to have it built, get it building. This is an Oregon Derelict capture key. We don't need to worry about this here yet. This will be covered in the next episode. And realistically, that's all there is with Europa, really. So once you do that there, you'll be able to progress on to Saturn. And Saturn is a little bit more complicated because you have to defeat Sargus Ruck on Tethys, which is the last node. When free Meso relics, you guys should be able to know how to do that there. It's just like, you know, your lift relics, except it's a higher tier. Craft a weapon using Master Rank 1 or higher, really easy. And then craft a derelict key, super easy. It might just be, this is where the difficulty curve starts to sort of kick in a little bit here. But don't worry, we'll be getting super powerful here as well, because we're going to be starting a clan. Now, I'm not too sure if I want to make this clan public yet or not, because, I mean, what's going to happen here is I'm going to be making this clan now, and this is the dojo. This is where you're going to go to get really powerful clan weapons and stuff, but I'm going to start a clan on this account. So if we go to clan, and we go to start your own clan, I'm going to call it Iflin's beginner clan, like so, and press OK. Invalid character, okay. Iflin's, here we go, Iflin beginner clan, press OK. There we go. So I've just created my own clan, and what's going to happen here is that's going to allow me to enter the dojo. So once you create your own clan, or once you join a clan, you're going to have to craft a key to go into the dojo. So if you press on your key tab, the clan key, I have to go ahead and build that there now. And what you're going to want to do, make sure you have this derelict key, okay? Go into the market. I gotta craft another one there. Go into the market, come up here, type in Oregon Derelict, base Derelict, Oregon Derelict capture, then go ahead, purchase the blueprint. It's a reusable blueprint, so you only have to buy it once, and then craft, you know, craft one of them, okay? Craft one of them to start with, and then we're gonna be moving on in the clan, and we're gonna get this thing called a Oregon, an Oregon research lab, and that will allow us to buy dragon keys. And these dragon keys will basically allow us to open a vault, which is found within this mission, which is going to give us really powerful mods, which will allow you to take advantage of the strengths on every single Warframe. That is probably the best way I could word that. So within these missions, there is what is called a corrupted vault. and within this corrupted vault, there's like a corrupted sort of aura sitting, right? So what happens is these vaults are opened by different keys. So there's one vault per mission, but there's 4 keys that that vault could possibly require, okay? So there's the bleeding key, there's the decaying key, there's the hobbled key, and there's the extinguished key. And each of those keys have a negative effect on your Warframe, okay? So bleeding does damage to you, decaying does, I think, less damage from your abilities, extinguish does less shield or something, and then your hobble does slower movement speed. So I might have got your extinguished and your decaying mixed up there, and maybe I got one of them wrong, but it's a negative effect, and basically you have to have 4 players with you, and every player is going to have a key equipped to them. So one person will have bleeding, another person will have hobbled, one person extinguished, you know, so on and so forth. And then all 4 players go into the mission, and you find this vault, and then the vault will ask for a specific key. You place the key in, and then you pick up the little aura that is being held in the hands of a statue of Excalibur Prime. And then you finish the mission and you get what is known as a corrupted mod. Now, corrupted mods are always in demand because they all have an equal drop chance, meaning that, you know, even the worst corrupted mods have the same drop chance as the best corrupted mods. So, you know, it's very hard for newer players to get the hands on the ones that they need or want. So it's worth running this mission a shit ton. So make sure you have a lot of resources set aside to build this Organ Derelict capture key and the Bleeding Dragon keys as well whenever it comes to it. And you'll need Void Trace to do that there. So make sure that you're running through your Void missions right here. So your Lif, your Mesto, your Neo, you know, things like that there if you're able to. So what you need to focus on once you hit Saturn is preparing for those Organ Derelict vaults, or the corrupted vaults as I like to call them, to get the corrupted mods, which you can either keep for yourself or sell for platinum, because like I said, they are always in demand and they sell at a flat rate of about 15 to 30 platinum depending on the mod. So once you hit Saturn, that's whenever we're going to start to get stronger as a character, and the enemies are also going to start to get stronger as well, because, you know, from this point onwards, you're going to need to like really have stronger equipment. I would say maybe Saturn, Uranus is where things start to get really difficult for the lower level equipment. And really, that's it. It's all about preparation, and we'll talk a little bit more about the clan and stuff in the later videos once that dojo key is finished crafting, because we're going to have to, you know, get into the clan, build that Oricon research lab, and then, you know, do the research for those Bleeding Dragon keys, or just the dragon keys in general, and then use those to get the more powerful mods so we can farm more efficiently. So I'm basically showing you how to start your own clan at the same time, but if you want to just skip the clan building part and move on to, you know, just joining a clan, I have a clan video. It's called Warframe, How to Join My Clan 2016. Go ahead, watch that there. You can apply. I can't guarantee that you can get in because we have a very long waiting list at the minute, but it's there if you want it. I'll put the link down in the description below. But anyway, guys, I think that is where I'm going to end this video here, because we've been going on for 23 minutes. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, don't forget to hit that like button below, and you'll see more Warframe content from me. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to enter into the giveaway. We do one every single month, so there's no reason not to, I guess. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.